Hi folks, welcome to another episode of Ferrum Wrestling 411. I'm your host Gary Holden. With me of course is head wrestling coach Nate Yetzer.
Hey
Nate,
Gary.
welcome back.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay, it's getting towards game time here.
Yep.
We're
crunch
playing.
time now. Yep, we got wrestle-offs this weekend and Saturday, and obviously open up with Washington Lee up at their place.
On the 4th.
Yep, on the 4th.
Okay,
yep.
so you're a week away pretty much from going live here. Let's talk a little bit about the wrestle-offs this weekend. This is your black and golds. Normally you have the tournament starting on like a Thursday, and you get your final two per weight class, and then you wrestle off in the black and gold like a dual meet. This year a little different. You're doing it all in one day.
Yeah. I think our schedule this year is the toughest it's ever been, and I just wanted to eliminate one of the weigh-ins, just to it's a long season, so I don't want to wear them down. I think we'll still get the same benefit, I think. So
okay.
Yeah.
So Swartz Gymnasium, you'll have two mats going.
Two mats going. Yep. Two mats going, and then matches. They won't exactly be random, but they'll be we'll just throw some guys up there. It's more for the experience, and parents get to come down and watch their kids wrestle the first time, and I think the guys are excited about it. Get the singlets on and competing. So
good. I see the guys on campus, and everybody seems to be pretty excited about the season and everything.
Yep.
Of course, everybody knows that 2 years from now, or less than 2 years from now, we're hosting the NCAA tournament. So there's got to be a lot of anticipation for the next 2 years of
absolutely.
With the program.
The guys are excited. So, and obviously we're focused on, we just take it week by week. But that's obviously in the back of our minds.
Sure.
And, they're excited about it.
Okay, Nate, how about we go down, do a weight by weight preview of the season for you?
Absolutely.
How about we start at 125?
Yeah, so 125, obviously Zach Beckner's back as a sophomore and a national runner-up last year as a freshman, true freshman, and I think he's obviously, probably the guy to beat at that weight, and he has high goals this year, and really only came in halfway through the year last year.
Sure.
And so I think now he's got a full preseason under his belt, and I think he knows what to expect, and he got voted one of our captains. So I think
as a sophomore.
Yeah, as a sophomore. Yep.
Technically a second semester freshman.
Exactly.
Because he's only been here at Ferrum for one semester.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
so
impressive.
he's done a great job. He's a leader and all that, and does a great job. Good student too. I think he had a 3.2 last semester. And so he's a great student and everything. So he's the whole package.
Good.
Challenging him will be Keanu Alteras, a freshman.
Out of Virginia Beach.
Absolutely. Yep. He just needs be more physical. It's going to take some lifting and stuff, but wrestling-wise, he's very skilled. Done a great job this fall.
Related to one of our players?
Yeah, Colin Saunders' cousin.
Saunders' cousin.
Yep, 49 pounder. Yep,
that's right.
And then
both go to the same high school. I know Colin was at Cox.
Yep. Colin transferred. Colin went to Cox his senior year, but but they went to the same high school.
Okay.
And then obviously Brett Binnix is back for his junior year.
He looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. Same high school as Beckner, Warren County, and he's done a great job. Hard worker. I think he's gotten a little bit bigger, which obviously was always for him. Wrestling, toughness, he's got it all. It's just the size.
I saw him in the weight room last week, and his complete transformation from when he came here as a freshman.
Absolutely.
He is physically a completely different person.
Yep, absolutely. I agree. He's done a good job. So.
All right, so 133 pounds.
Right, so 133. We got Chris Nichols, who's he's injured, he's banged up. He'll come back about halfway through the year. Some shoulder injuries. He's a freshman. And then obviously Bailey Cooper, who was also hurt last year a little bit toward the end, and did a great job. Started kind of breaking through a little bit last year, and unfortunately hurt his knee at Pete Wilson, and just wasn't the same guy after that. And
2 years ago, fifth at the Regions at 125.
As a freshman, and he's going 33 this year, and I think it gave him a whole summer to kind of get bigger and hit the weight room. Then worked out with him the other day. He's going to surprise some guys.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another guy. Your weightlifting program has really paid a lot of dividends, especially in the lighter weight classes.
Absolutely, no doubt. And then Steve Mueller, who's from Connecticut, has done a great job. Really scrappy, and another guy that's probably going to outgrow that weight class sooner than later. Super tall, he's like 7 foot tall, but he's done a great job, great work ethic, and I think coming off a little bit of an injury, but he's doing a great job as well too.
Okay. So. How about 141 pounds?
Yep, 41. So 41, obviously, Austin Smith is probably maybe the favorite there right now, but I think he's going to get pushed hard. Austin took fourth last year at a regional tournament. We threw him in the lineup at the conference tournament, and obviously won that and then took fourth at regionals. Had
Proved
a great,
himself.
had a great end of the year. So
his third and fourth place match, he was right in it at the end. In the third period, he was within a set of back points of going to the NCAA tournament.
Right.
Tough,
absolutely.
Scrappy kid. He just looks like a kid that he's going to go through a war for you.
Absolutely, and he's probably transformed as much as anybody over the course of the last 6-7 months. And he's done a great job. I'm excited to see him start competing, especially a whole year at 41. He dropped down about midway through the year last year to 41.
Seems a lot more mature this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. He's done a great job. And then Trey Drummond, who's a freshman, probably will progress down to 33 eventually.
Okay.
Probably a better weight for him, but he'll start off at 41.
He's certified already at 33?
Yeah, he's certified at 33. And we have a few guys that are going to kind of make that jump as well, too. And then finally, Tatum Tyree, who's one of our freshmen. He's done a great job. Probably the most impressive freshman thus far as doing the right things and grades and work ethic and all that. And really excited to see him get out there and compete. He's done a great job, and I think he'll surprise people this year as well, too.
Nice. All right, 149 pounds. You've got a returning NCAA qualifier.
Yep.
And it's got to be a great spot for you right there.
Yeah, I mean, Colin's done a great job, and I think he's starting to get back in the swing of things, and has done a great job so far. And I think obviously he wants to make that jump from being right on the cusp to be a national finalist, and to do that, he's going to have to wrestle better at the national tournament, and I think he kind of peaked out a little bit at the regional tournament, and this year obviously he has a lot higher goals than that this year.
I think having gone to the NCAA tournament once and not having achieved what he wanted, I think that's going to carry over this year for him. I see him going into that NCAA tournament and saying, I'm not happy to be here. I'm not going to be happy until I get on that podium, and I want to get as high as I can on that podium.
Absolutely. I think he's motivated. I think he's very motivated to not fall that short again. You know what I mean? That's obviously a tough pill to swallow when you lose by one in the All-American round. So I think he's done a great job. He's looked good, and I think he's going to continue to progress. He knows it's a long season.
Sure.
So, but I'm excited to see him compete.
Yeah.
So,
well, you got a couple guys that are in that same role that seem like they're extremely hungry, and we're going to be talking about a couple of them coming up here pretty soon here. So.
Absolutely.
All right. So what's his backup looking like at that weight class?
Well, we have a few guys there that's going to challenge him, and then that's the goal. We always want to get guys that can challenge the guy. That, is Colin, and the first one's a freshman, Hallie Horner. Done a great job. Had a great prep career at Chantilly up in Virginia. And, has really started to figure things out in the last, I think, week and a half, 2 weeks, as far as what he needs to do to be successful and the work ethic he needs to have. And sometimes freshmen, they're a little hard-headed. They got to kind of figure out things on their own. And at first, not the hardest worker, but I think the last 10 days did really turn things around, and he's doing a good job. So I'm really proud of him. So decent grades too at midterm, doing a good job. So Cole Dillard is a sophomore for us from Georgia.
Yep.
He's back. He's done a lot better, a lot more changes this year than he had last year, and he's doing the right thing. So, and then Bobby Zefreund, he's 40. You're gonna start off 49. I can see him progressing down to 41 as well. Yep. Certified at 41, but Bobby comes to work every day, does a great job, and really impressed with him. The summer he put in, obviously, in this fall, he's done a good job. And
he had a great tournament last year up at the Star City Open.
Right.
Made it to the finals at one of the weight classes, 33 maybe, or
I think he's at 33. Did a great job. Yep.
And his body has transformed over the years as well.
Absolutely.
He came in here as a little freshman at 125 pounds, and he's really grown into a man now. So.
Absolutely. Just a guy that does everything right. You know what I mean, and he'll get a shot for sure. So.
And he's a good student too, right?
Absolutely, good student, just a good person. So.
Yep.
And I believe that's it at 49. I don't think I missed anybody, but. And then 57, obviously that's with Logan graduating, Meister.
Logan Meister.
Yep. Obviously left kind of a big hole for us.
Sure.
57.
Yeah, 3-time NCAA qualifiers do that.
Yeah, it's hard to 4-year starter, 3-time. Yeah, these guys are hard to replace, But I do have a lot of faith in Clifford Harrison, who's a sophomore, and wrestled 65 last year.
Had a good season at 65
Excellent year. Probably
out
of our freshman backups, he had the best season, I think. I'm excited to see him down a weight, probably a better weight for him, more natural weight.
Sure.
And he's been doing things the right way. His grades, turned his grades around and everything. So he's done a great job. Really proud of him.
Good.
I think he'll, obviously I think he's probably maybe the front runner right now, but we got some other guys who are going to push him.
Of course, Saturday at the Wrestle-Offs, we'll find out.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll find out who's going to push him.
Damian McFarland, who we just talked about, obviously, he did a great job. And he's another guy, he reminds me a lot of Bobby Zefreund, who just comes in to work every day and does the right things,
Right.
good student,
Puts
the
in
whole
the
package.
puts in the work.
Absolutely, yep, absolutely. And he could probably progress down to 49 as well as the year moves along, but he'll start off the year at 57.
57.
So,
Okay.
Braxton May, another one of our great freshmen, super talented. He's just again, he's a lot like Horner. He's starting to figure out how to work every day consistently, and he could definitely push Clifford for sure. So I'm pretty excited to watch him compete as well too. So I think this is it for 57. 65. Obviously Tolbert had a great year last year.
Sure.
Just fell short of making the nationals.
5th place at the regionals, and was close in that match to go into the 3rd, 4th place.
Right, and then lost to the guy that won it and was beating him. A heck of a match. I think that was the first or second round. Second round, I think.
And he beat the guy earlier in the year. He beat the guy that won
another really close match.
Washington Lee kid.
Yep. So he was right there. Things didn't really fall his way, but I'm proud of him. He came back, and he's a big part of us winning a regional title. Obviously, I think he got 2 falls and. Wrestle all the way back through, which is obviously pretty important.
And I think he had a fall in his 5th and 6th place match.
Right,
when a lot of guys go into that 5th and 6th place match, they know they're already out of going to the nationals, and it doesn't mean much to them, and they kind of have a little bit of a letdown. He didn't let down; he scored that pin, and he got a lot of points for us, and that was part of the reason you guys won that last year was because of so many big pins and all the extra points and everything for you.
Especially those 5th and 6th place matches. I think we went like 3 or 4-0 those matches. 3rd and 4th place matches killed us because I think we went 0-4 or something. But
now you went. I think we get. Yeah, you're right. We did. We went 0-4.
Yeah. Tough,
we had the 3 finalists, and then all 4 of the third and fourth place guys lost.
Exactly. So
all right. So what's he got for a backup pushing him?
I think Matt Akers is going to push him. He's a sophomore, and he reminds me a lot of Clifford. He's kind of made a lot of changes as far as his lifestyle and making sure he's. Training hard every day and coming to work every day, and he's done a lot better job. Grades are improving.
Scrappy kid, nice kid. He always comes by the Norton Center, stops in, says hello and everything. So.
Yep, absolutely. So he's going to now to go push Tolbert, and it's good for Andrew to keep getting pushed by guys behind him. And so we'll see how it shakes out.
Sure. 174. You got another guy that was on the cusp of going to the NCAA tournaments, and Blake Rosenbaum, and my gut feeling is that he's hungry for it this year.
Absolutely. I think he's made a couple of adjustments. I think he's worked harder this summer than he did in years past, and you can tell he's bigger, stronger, and I'm excited to see him compete. I think he's going to make some changes mentally too, which is important. He got elected one of our captains as well as Tolbert.
Sure.
Beckner, Tolbert, and Blake are our captains, and so that goes to show you the respect the guys have for him. And hard worker, and now it's time for him to. He's always been close with a lot of really good guys. But he just still doesn't have that. Maybe he had one signature win. He needs to come out this year, I think, and I think he will beat some of those really, really top end guys. And, he's always been right knocking at the door. Now it's time to push through it.
Well, he's hungry, and I suspect that we're going to see a great season out of him this year.
Absolutely. Kind of backing him up, or going to push him is Pablo.
Xanastanovich?
Yep.
Xanastanovicius.
Got it.
Hope I got that right, Pablo.
Yep. I call him Pablo. So Pablo's done a great job. He's another guy. He reminds me a lot of Clifford and a lot of Akers, who's that maturity. From first year to second year has been pretty impressive. So I think he's one of our best students at midterm, and a guy that shows up every day and works really hard, and really proud of him. Done a great job. So and then AJ Banish, who's a freshman. A couple times state placer for Virginia, has done a great job, and another guy I think starting to figure things out, what he needs to do to be successful at this level, and I'm excited to see him wrestle Pablo and then Blake as well too.
He went to a decent high school, Hayfield.
Same high school as the next guy I'm talking about, Mark Allen.
Okay.
Mark Allen, he moving up from 65 to 74. Mark's a lot like Bobby Z. He comes to work every day, and great student. He's done all the right things. And
I saw you guys had a day off last week, and Mark was in there with 4 or 5 other guys that were all just drilling and everything. They clearly didn't want a day off.
Exactly. That's important. So
it's pretty impressive when you walk in. You see there's no coaching staff in there. I pop my head in and say, "Hey, what's going on, fellas? We have a day off. We're just in drilling." It's like, wow, that's pretty impressive. When coach isn't around and they've decided they're going to go ahead and drill.
Yeah, and I think as a program, that's one of the reasons we made a jump as a program, is because the guys, they're willing to go out and do the extra stuff, which is important. But Mark's, awesome. He's a senior for us, involved in the student government here at Ferrum. He's just an all-around great guy, great leader. So.
Ran cross country last year, and I think he's running again this year.
Yep. So he'll miss this weekend because he's running in the conference championships here for cross country. But yeah, so 84. That's a weight that's kind of wide open. I'm excited to see, kind of how it shakes out, and it's going to be probably a year-long process.
Sure.
But Max Baker is a senior. I've been a part of the program for the last 3 years, done a great job, and now he's going to finally get his opportunity. And
it's funny, he was a backup last year, and I'd see him go to these tournaments and lose an early round match, almost like he got slow starts.
Yeah.
And then he'd come all the way back to the back and place third, which, as anybody that's a wrestling fan knows, it's tough to do. To come back and wrestle in kind of the dog pound back there and come back for third place takes a lot. And he did that so many times. And I remember talking to him last year once about that, and sure enough, he comes back the nenext tournament and wins the whole thing. I think it was the Panther Open down here. So
exactly. Yeah.
He's really showing some flashes.
Yeah, he showed a lot of maturity too. I mean, he's the type of guy that that's what I love. Stories like that. A guy just come in and worked really hard for 3 years and he's figured things out and he's done a great job. Really proud of him. He moves up from 74 to 84, which I think is a more natural weight for him. He'd probably be better there.
No more cutting weight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and pushing him will be Zach Schaefer, a freshman from Red Lion, Pennsylvania, who's had a pretty good preseason and a tough kid, scrappy kid, typical Pennsylvania kid, scrappy and trying to figure things out technically a little bit for him. I still think he's pretty raw, which is exciting. So, but he's a fighter. He'll do really well. So, and then the last guy at 84, I'm drawing a blank here. Who's my last guy at 84? And Tavian Leary. Yep, who might start off at 97 and progress down to 84.
He's a big kid.
He's done a great job. Transferred from Virginia Tech halfway through the year with Zach Beckner. And, really skilled, does a great job, and nothing but compliments for that kid. Does a good job. So.
Seems like whenever he's wrestling, it's like he's stalking people.
Yeah,
it's like he's on the hunt. He's like waiting for that one shot and everything. And he takes it and everything. He's just
explosive too.
Yeah, he's really impressive to watch him. I really enjoy watching him wrestle.
I think you'll see a little more of him opening up this year, which is important. I think he's got so many offensive tools, but he doesn't always use them and doesn't open up. So I think I'm excited to see him compete. I think 84 is a better weight for him, but he probably will start off at 97 and progress down.
Keep his energy level up.
Right. Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And then obviously 97. 97 is kind of wide open as far as Hunter Goulart's the only one right now that we have at that weight. But obviously the dude's been steady for the last 2 years and done a great job. And I'm really looking for him. He's a lot like Blake in the fact I want to see him start beating those really good guys. Been close, but I want to see him start beating those really good guys. And Hunter's a guy in our region is wide open at that weight. So. Hunter's, he's knocking on the door, and I'm expecting a different Hunter this year, which I think I'll get. So
it looks huge again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. A guy that comes to work every day really hard and does the right things, and it's time for him to kind of turn that corner and shine.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to do this season.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, heavyweight 285. Yep. You guys got a bunch of 285s.
Yeah, a bunch. You'll probably get more second semester with football being over, but obviously Carlos Leyva has been banged up this whole preseason, but he should get cleared here pretty soon. Probably kind of get him back into it slowly. But we have freshman Nate Forshner there, and he's a 4-time state qualifier in Maryland, and brings a lot of talent to the weight class.
Is he a big kid?
Yeah, big kid. Yep, he's got to get bigger though. He's small because he just got to grow into the weight a little more. And but I do think in the weight room a lot, he'll progress pretty well. So, and then obviously Tyreek Nolan, who certified at 97, he could progress down to 97, but. He'll start off at heavyweight, and he's done a great job. And the guy's put in a great summer of training and really matured. So
did a lot of wrestling last spring and everything. I saw Virginia Beach Nationals and everything. Did a lot of stuff.
Probably been the most consistent guy we've had on the roster as far as like doing working out and competing in the spring, summer, or fall. And I'm really excited to see him make that leap this year.
Nice. And he's a kid that's, if he goes heavyweight, he's at 217, 220. He's going to be a light heavyweight, and I would imagine as long as he stays out from underneath the big men, he could probably have a pretty good.
He had a great year his freshman year, a pretty good year, but he wrestled heavyweight and did well, and I think he didn't feel like he could move as well, so he dropped down to 97 the following year. Struggled a little bit, and more of it was weight. I think you're not putting the right stuff in his bodies, and I think he's made a change. this year, and even though he's going heavyweight, he's staying somewhat light,
Sure.
So he can move better. And
he looks good.
He does look good, yeah. And I'm excited to see him compete because he's earned it for sure. So, but it's gonna be a battle because Alvino Matthews is on the football team.
Sure.
He could come back second semester after football, and
he's a very solid wrestler.
Yep. So I'm pretty comfortable with heavyweight this year.
Yeah.
So.
And he wrestled for you a couple years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did really well.
Yep.
Did really well. So,
all right. So looks like we're leaning towards we're getting ready towards the November 4th opener. You're away this year, Washington and Lee.
Yes.
They're a program that we've dominated a couple times, but last year they looked like they were much more. They filled their weight classes last year a little bit better. I saw some really impressive kids. That 65-pounder, the 33-pounder, I think they had a
57's good.
57.
Yep.
So they're starting.
84 was good. Beat Adam. Yep. So no, they're loaded. They're a really good team, and they're going to be even better this year. So I told the guys, it's not like years past. So we got to be ready to scrap, and I think the guys know that, and I think they're excited for that.
And it's a difference too because we're not wrestling at home. You got to travel up there. They wrestle in that small cracker box, old intramural style gymnasium.
It's a cool environment. Yeah,
it's a neat environment. You have to get the walking track up above, so there'll be people watching from up above. So I imagine they'll have some fans there.
Yeah, it'll be a battle. I mean, those guys, and Nate Shear does a great job of having those guys ready to go, and I'm getting the most out of them.
Yeah, I like Nate. He's a good man. He was very helpful for us last year when we were getting ready to host the regionals on a last-minute term and everything a couple of years ago, and he was pretty supportive of us trying to get the NCAA tournament here at Ferrum.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, so good.
Yeah, we're excited.
All right, so next show then we'll come back. I suspect we'll probably come back after the Washington Lee meet and everything. We'll do our next show and everything. Keep our fans updated as to what's going on.
Absolutely. All right, Gary, I appreciate it.
Well, Nate, thanks so much for being on the show. Folks, that's a wrap for today. This has been Ferrum Wrestling 411. I'm your host, Gary Holden, for Nate Yetzer. Thanks so much for being with us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.